Nothing but a raw cast, a panelist for the podcast. If it's whack, we pause, cause we ain't on that. Only facts on the wax, never off track. That's the mantra, any genre about all that.
Nothing but a raw cast, a panelist for the podcast. If it's whack, we pause, we ain't on that. Only facts on wax, we never off track. That's a mantra, any genre about all that.
Go ahead,
go ahead,
go ahead,
go
this
ahead,
for the
for the
heads.
head,
Go ahead,
go ahead,
go ahead,
go ahead,
go ahead,
go
strictly
ahead,
for the heads,
for the head,
for the heads.
go
Come on,
ahead,
go ahead, go ahead,
go
this
ahead,
for the
for the
heads.
head,
Go ahead,
go ahead,
go ahead,
go ahead,
go ahead,
go
strictly
ahead,
music
for the
heads,
head,
for the heads.
go
Come
ahead.
on, come on, come on.
What's up, everybody? This is the Musicheadz podcast. Today we have Reduced Lunch in the building, Conservative P and Bricks, Freddie Bricks.
Yes.
Whatever you go by. Look, I know him as Fred. I've been knowing Fred for a long time. We've been knowing each other forever, man.
Ever.
Yeah,
Yes.
so.
Yeah, it's real.
Wow.
Glad
Yeah.
to be back on Musicheadz. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here to talk, shoot the shit with y'all today, man.
Yeah.
What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? Conservative P actually is dead, really.
Oh, it's dead? Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. It is dead. I forgot.
Yeah, but yeah.
What made it die?
Long story. Yeah, we'll get into that when we get off the podcast. But yeah, Conservative P is no more. Here to talk some music with y'all.
Yeah. Definitely, it's gonna be a great show. So yeah.
Yeah. Shout out Cardi, man. I like that ratchet shit. I like that. Hold on, me a closer. I like that ratchet shit. This is Freddie from the Reduced Lunch podcast. I like that ratchet shit, Cardi. So shout out to you, but I understand what Azealia Banks is saying, and I have some feelings toward Azealia Banks that it's not appropriate really to say right now, so I'm gonna get a little ratchet with that later. I didn't know I seen Azealia Banks in this way, but what she was saying was making some sense. But I think it's a little judgy, but at the same time it makes sense. It's just hard. It's her opinion though, so I respect it. Like, I'm just at that place in life to where it's like, I see your opinion, I hear it, it got validity to some points. At some points you wildin', but that's what the opinion is for. And I'm for it. I wish Cardi wouldn't have deleted her shit.
Yeah,
and
like
just paid
she
attention to it. You know,
she
kept it moving.
let people just get to her. Like, that's why I say she be looking for problems. Like,
Right.
it's just like, don't go searching for the shit. Like, a lot of time, even on Instagram, she be responding to people's stuff, and it's just like, you got to learn how to tune out.
Right.
Like, she worried about, like, she too worried about what people feel about her.
Right.
And it's like, get money, shit, fuck them
Right.
hoes.
Right.
You know, so that shit funny. Like, you done shut down your whole Instagram
Yeah.
because of her. She won. Like,
Right.
she won. Like,
Win, man.
how you gonna let?
She should be irrelevant to you.
Yeah, man. How y'all like Azealia Banks? Like, as an artist, y'all heard some of my shit?
I've never
I
really
never
listened to
listened
her,
to
to be
it.
honest.
Never really cared for
Like,
it.
She
I
go
didn't even
hard.
know she had
I
a.
saw her movie on Netflix. That
Oh,
came
she had
out
a
earlier
movie?
this
Did you
year.
like it?
Yeah, the movie was cool. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
What does that
about-
Was that what she
mean?
was saying? Fuck RZA.
What is
Break
cool
it
yeah,
down.
mean?
I like that
The
shit when
movie
she was
was
saying that
cool.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
I didn't know she could act, so when I seen she was in it, I was like, oh, this is interesting. Let me continue to watch and see.
What was it about?
It's about she's in college and her parents allow her to take a year off to try to do her music thing. And it's the end of that year, so she needs to take her ass back to school. And so she takes this poetry class, and it's just like the poetry helps her kind of reshape her music.
She was saying fuck RZA though, and I like that shit. I don't personally say fuck RZA, but she had a reason to say fuck RZA. You know what I'm saying? And like she went, you know. Hey, you know, I like that shit. You know? Ratchet nigga, what can I say?
Yeah, Azealia, she's just a professional troll, and I mean, it's like she is like I feel like she just purposely like targets certain people, which
they set up with that question today though, because Envy was trying to get that sound clip, but she said that about Cardi previously though, so we were just bringing it up. But yeah, she ain't gonna hold back.
Nah, she not.
I like that.
Yeah, she definitely known for the trolling more than her music.
Absolutely.
I was like,
exactly.
you need to work on that music, man.
Exactly.
You work on that music, baby.
I guess she'd rather be a troll than go hard on the music.
Right.
But yeah, so how y'all feel about KOD? We haven't got a chance to talk about that yet. I want to know how y'all feel about it.
I like the concept of the whole album. I'll put it up there with I say it's my favorite J. Cole album.
Yeah, that's a good.
Yeah.
I put KOD up there, then Born Center number 2.
Oh.
Forest Hills number 3.
That's,
but yeah, I like the whole concept of it. Like, you got photographs where you talk about the addiction of social media. ATM, the addiction of like
money, wanting money, getting money, and all that
for no reason.
Yeah, I thought it was a. To me, it's one of J. Cole's best pieces of work. Honestly, like just the whole structure of the album, the concept, how he came on the album. It's just like so many factors to why it's probably one of his best projects. Right. The content in it was it was just dead on. So I don't know, I'm fucking with it hard. Right. I say it might be for me, I don't know, it's probably like Forest Hills. I like Forest Hill a lot. I like Born Center too. It's kind of hard for me to line those up. Right. But KOD is hot too. Definitely, I say those are my top 3. I don't have no order just yet, but those are my top 3 for Cole, album wise.
I haven't bought an album in a long time.
But you bought this one?
Yeah, I bought the autograph copy.
Oh wow! Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up. Yeah, he slid on that shit. Yeah.
Let me give my opinion before we get all lovey-dovey. Here we go. I'm playing. I like KOD. I really liked it. Without even getting into like the nuances of it, like I just like the way it sounds. I've been waiting for like a good sounding album, almost with Wale did with the Full Moon album. With the moon, with the kid holding the moon. Yeah, the sound. I like that shit. I just like the way it sounds. Like, give me some shit that sound good when I come see you perform. Not even have to think, but he gave the content too with 1985. And like I said, it's probably my favorite. I think his best one is the Forest Hills 2014 Forest Hills, something like that. And but his best sounding one to me is just KOD. And I think he made these be like he's getting better with his beat making process. So it's not that it's a super different sound. Some people was like the beat selection was whack or boring. No, it's it complimented his songs to me. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't. Well, with J. Cole, you probably talking to like a bunch of like music snobs, and like they be like, well, he's using the second. He's been using the same snare since like 2007. Yeah, like he said that on Twitter, and somebody see it, but that's just his. Cause like even as a producer, like you have your set of instruments, and like he has a set of instruments he's created. And I think they say boring, they mean like they've just heard it before, but I didn't think it was boring at all. I think he stretched these instrumentals more than he's ever, because I didn't know he made all the beats. So that's how I thought they were good. I couldn't tell he made them until he said it, and he made all but one. But I don't know. It makes sense once he said it. That's okay. It sounds familiar, but I didn't think it was boring. That's a new take. Me like I was one of that. I clown Cole a lot, but I've never heard boring.
Yeah, it's people that
on
really
my
have.
timeline.
I've seen that several times. I'm like, how is he boring? Like,
Right. I've never.
what kind of life y'all living with to
Right.
what? You know what I'm saying?
That's why I say
what he's talking about is boring.
Boring.
people relate to what they relate to, man.
Yeah, I don't know about
At the end
boring.
of the day.
I don't know about boring.
Maybe because he not out there like that, like publicly. Like he just do his music and then like he just go in his whole.
Cole just got his fan base at the end of the day. People gonna fuck with him. If you don't fuck with him, you don't fuck with him at the end of the day.
I just feel like
Yeah,
it's
I don't
just
even think
music
it's that.
though.
He's
But
not
I
the
just
bad
think it's
artist.
just
He's
music.
not, but I'm
Like,
just
he's not
saying,
bad
you got the
artist.
people that.
That's like you gotta do like Boosie. Like if we was Boosie with somebody like it was like fuck with him, fuck that. Like, I agree. Yeah, somebody.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
But with Cole, it's like if you don't fuck with him, you still gotta say somebody can rap.
Yeah, you gotta give him his props.
Yeah.
Cole that nigga.
So that's boring.
KLD was that stick though, man. And the visuals too went right along
The
with
visuals,
the song.
yeah.
I love the way he portrayed the ATM, man. It was great.
Yeah,
I think
that's
Great, very
favorite video.
fun, and it definitely told a story right along with the music.
you know a video that's just like that Busta Rhymes. Give me some
Yes,
love.
yeah.
That
It was
shit,
that
like-
whole time period. That how Missy Elliott used to come on
Yeah.
with their videos.
Yeah,
like,
so it's almost like he paid a little homage. A little bit
yeah,
of that.
right.
But yeah, it's definitely a dope video. I say when I saw it, I was like, this gotta win some type of video
Right.
music of the year award,
should.
like type of thing. Now we got some tough videos now with the Childish Gambino up against that, but
Right.
it's, you know,
I don't see how people could say J. Cole boring after he made that video.
Right.
Right.
That's true.
exactly.
That's true.
Like how
That
could he
shit
be
was
boring?
dope. Like
That's what
I'm
I'm
pretty sure
saying.
he had a lot of fun.
Right.
I know he had a lot of
exactly.
fun making that shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it don't even seem like when you looking at him in the music, you like, man, this coming out of Cole. What?
Yeah.
Look at this video here. Right, man, that joint's fun though.
He's not for everyone. Like if
That's
you're
true.
not into that thought-provoking type of
Exactly.
Right. Yeah.
pop, then you may think it's boring. You may feel like someone's preaching at you. You may feel like it's some perspective is trying to be forced in your head or whatever. But I like KOD. I like that my students, like I could see which ones loved it and then which ones.
Yeah, you could tell the differences between
Yeah, and it's mostly ATM they want me to play in class, or what is it, Kevin's Heart? Yeah, those are the two that
See,
but,
and that's cool too, the way he, did that. Even though it was like very simple, how he did the video for Kevin's Heart.
But it was perfect.
It was
like
perfect.
it was
Yeah,
perfect.
it was
like
nice, yeah.
And how he got
But it was creative, man. Very
because
creative.
Cole painted the picture with his words.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
And that's why Kevin Hart didn't have to say anything. You know what I'm saying? Like he just acted it out. You know what I'm saying? So that definitely was a dope ass video.
Right.
Yeah.
What y'all thought about the 1985 outro? Like
that was perfect.
I thought it was cool. I feel like, and I think Charlamagne and the guys said it, like it wasn't so much a diss, it was like a TED talk. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a stern talk to like how your dad sit with you and you be like, listen, son, you need to tighten up. Okay?
Right, that's all it was. I didn't see it as a diss at all. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need, honestly, like, these young rappers need leaders, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, like, people that's gonna tell them some real shit. Like, they could easily just run through their money and be, in a fucked up position, like, 3 or 4 years later, but at least you can say that somebody, you know what I'm saying, kept it real with them. Now it's up to them if they want to just, like, take some wisdom, but that's how I saw it. I didn't see it as a diss. You know what I'm saying? Like,
take it or leave it.
They need to know what's up for real. Like,
the young, I have talked to some young people. Talked to some youngins. They didn't take it too well, but young people generally don't take things well.
Right. They
what I'm
they
saying?
like to learn for themselves.
Right.
They don't want nobody to tell them what to do.
Right. And Cole, he spit some game at him, and This is the thing. This is what Gucci Mane and people like that respect. If it's Gucci Mane said those same exact things, we would give Gucci a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? Because when they look across the aisle and they look at Gucci Mane, it's like, oh, I murdered somebody. You murdered somebody before. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking in the mirror, and with J. Cole is gonna be like more of your educated. You know what I'm saying? Your Malcolm X, like MLK, like super on the other side of the battle. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes with these young kids, like they want to be able, you was doing perp just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I already know I was in there doing it with you. So when they see that example more, like somebody who they know that they can touch.
But see that, and I can definitely get what you're saying, and it makes a lot of sense. But see, that's the part where it's sad, because those people who they would take reception better from, they not the ones who saying it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, so that's where the problem lies. You know what I'm saying? You got J. Cole who just trying to keep it 100 with them. But they favorite rappers ain't telling them that. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like...
Right, they not. It's like they rather have it. The way they rather have it is almost like some behind the scenes. I say the only people who I see do it very well is QC with Coach K and P. Yeah, and how they handle their young artists. You know what I'm saying? Like I
do
love
a good job
how
with them.
Right. And but I think more who J. Cole was talking to was like the white suburban. A lot of them were white suburban youth and just the black people who are like the black young rappers. I mean, you just gotta understand what you're doing, even the consequences of it. You can do it, like you can make your own decisions, my nigga. Like, but understand where this is going.
Right, exactly, and that's basically what he was saying. Like, so it wasn't
but you already know young people.
Yeah, young people, they gonna rebel. You know what I'm saying? That's just who they are. You can't tell me what to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting money and I'm winning, and you can't tell me nothing. Type of attitude, which, you know, once they get older, they'll realize what he was saying was just like he was just being real with them. You know, so
this is the thing too. This is the thing. This is how you know, like, and some people are always like forever gonna be young. Cause Jay-Z did it with 444. Like, he wasn't telling people to stop putting the money phone to you. He was just trying to spread the message.
Exactly.
Look how many people got offended.
They got offended. And I'm just like,
this money thing. These
y'all grown ass men. Exactly. Like,
you know what I'm saying? They whole trying to tell you, like, I'm the billion, nigga.
Right.
Like,
exactly.
I'm trying to tell you something. I'm trying to give you
investing that money into your feelings.
Your feelings got hurt.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
I hated the fact that niggas like was like, you know what I'm saying, feeling some type of way. I'm like, come on now, you can clearly see the man wasn't like taking those shots. He just telling y'all some real shit. Jay-Z is a billionaire. So nigga, all that little shit y'all doing, you know what I'm saying? Like, but niggas just like to be mad. I just feel like
that's like the little meme where, you know, they show like Bill Gates with regular clothes on. It's like, we ain't paying no over $1,000 for no clothes.
Let me tell you, I work in the bank, dog, and when I say these crackers be like wealthy, like multiple accounts, hundreds of thousands.
And I bet you they real thrifty too.
I'm talking about flip flops, some little khakis. And like a little t-shirt with a fish on there or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, plain as fuck, but got so much bread in the bank. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like
generational wealth too.
And that's one of Cole things too. People be clowning Cole because they be talking about he look homeless, but you know, that's his whole thing. He just like, look, I'm getting money, but I ain't, you know, I'm not that nigga that's gotta have chains and you know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know,
and he gonna be able to retire from music if he choose to.
Right. Which I mean, granted, your average nigga not gonna just look like no homeless person, but you know what I'm saying. But I mean, that's what
he just saving that money.
Yeah,
putting it elsewhere.
He been wearing the same Jordans since since Forest Hills.
Yeah, yeah, he has.
He switched them up sometimes.
Yeah, he wore sweatpants to the White House when Obama was in office.
Yeah.
He like don't give a fuck too much. Like he take it
went to the White House.
Like nigga, all right, now can you? I at least want my dog to get a fresh twist up, like get a retwist for me, dog, please. Like shave it, get a tape up, man. The song you gotta get right.
Right.
Like I get your whole little movement, but bro, you got to really like.
One thing I will say about it though, just the independence of like what he's doing. Like I just like this movement of independency. I know a lot of people felt different ways about what even Kanye said, but like just the independency of what he said, even Azealia Banks, just like this is my independent opinion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even if it's trolling, whatever it is, like I'm putting this out there. I'm free streaming you this information, what I think, and I think Cole has that. You know what I'm saying? It's just it doesn't offend a lot of people, so people don't recognize it as that. But like that's a free spirited to just be like, you know, that's why I'm glad he did KOD and put the crown on and did the NBA shit. Like I want to see him. You can reap some of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You've been you for so long. Like even Nas when he started doing the Hennessy commercials and like you want to see some of your underground like just favorites. Just like go on and get that shine, my nigga. Like. Document something, you know, so we can prove that you was here at some point. Right. And I love that he made this move. I don't think it jeopardizes his brand, what he do, and like I like what he doing with the little homeless thing.
I like that too in a sense because it's just like, you know, I'm just showing you that I'm real as fuck. Like I'm not like, you know, this fame shit ain't like taking over my head. Like I'm just here to do what I gotta do, and that's that. Like I'm not trying to be no superficial person, you know. So that's what I like about it. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it real.
Right. I feel like he was like he's the way he presents himself is just like, man, the stuff that your every so-called rapper, you know, that has the jewelry and stuff, it's not he's just showing you that it ain't about none of that. Right. At the end of the day, you know, it's about what's coming out my mouth and what's coming out my heart and in my head. You know, the stuff that he writing down, that music, what he put in his beats, you know.
It just proves passion. Like that people, like there are still people who have passion. Right. You know what I'm saying, for what they do, which I can always appreciate that, you know what I'm saying, over anything. Right. Because some, you know, a lot of people just in it for the money and the fame. Exactly. You know, so.
Exactly. That's why I was like, man, you have these rappers that, you know, are able to spread a message through their music. They understand that, you know, that people, these are vibrations that you put into these people. Like, you just can't just be saying just anything, you know, because people are actually, like, taking this stuff to heart and actually, like, following you and, you know, using you as an example. So you, like, you know, you putting out this music, you gotta, you know, set an example.
A personal question, would you want that pressure?
They have that pressure.
I'm talking about you.
I mean, you know, if I was stepping into that, it come with the territory. So you would have to have that pressure. Right. So it come with the territory. As soon as you sign that, you know, I'm taking this on as my career choice. Right. Okay. I got you. I wouldn't. I don't know if I would take it. Like I think with me in Cole's case, he's. Like it's in a positive spin with a lot of other people it's not, but I wouldn't want it any way. Like I just wouldn't want so many people judging me. You know what I'm saying? Not judge. That's not what. That's what I'm not scared of. It's just the weight of. And when you was talking about Childish Gambino, this is what I wanted to say about Childish Gambino. I hate that the culture has taken him now. That's when a bunch of people was like, "Well, this is the Kanye we always wanted," and just a bunch of things. And I hate that. Because he's going to do one wrong thing and like he's going to be canceled, and it's going to look like a bad thing when a lot of black people never really paid attention to Childish Gambino in the first place. It's like
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you hopped on the train and was on there for like 6 months, and he got white kids. Oh, he's canceled. It's like, wait, you weren't here in the first place. Like, wait a minute.
I get what you're saying.
You know, like we all have to cancel him now. Like
it's just like, but he still go win though. Like regardless, like I mean.
I got a question for y'all too, the women. Like, so how do y'all feel about him having a white girlfriend and and the fact that you know it's a excuse going on saying that, you know, black women don't like nerdy black men. Like, how do y'all feel on that?
I mean, okay, let me start by saying that that topic alone, the whole interracial black
before you start,
black man.
Before you start, wait, okay, no, but I want to preference this. I don't even saying that right. Preference. I want to preface this. I don't even know if I'm saying that shit
I get
right.
what you're saying.
We're gonna put a preface before this motherfucker. You understand? That's what we're gonna do. With the context of the nerdy thing, I feel like everybody in here is a creative, so we all kind of weird. So this extends to women as well. So I want you guys to explain your experience as being kind of like weird growing up, and did you feel like certain men, black men wouldn't kind of going for, you know what I'm saying, your oddness? Did you feel like you ever had to fit in a space to get people attention? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you ever feel like you could be the nerdiest version of you?
I always felt comfortable with that side of me. Yeah. Like, I've always felt comfortable and confident. Right. And I knew a lot of people wasn't, like, on my wave with reading and writing and all that stuff growing up. But I liked it. And I didn't care what other people... Like, I don't know, maybe because I'm a girl, it wasn't like, oh, you're nerdy. It was just like, that's just some shit Brittany likes to do.
Yeah, niggas are...
But into my dating life, because reading has, like... Because literature has kind of allowed me to open my perspective and understand people on different levels, that has made me bump heads in the dating aspect of it. Especially when you're dealing with a guy that, like, feels comfortable with and confident in knowing with what you're going to say or think before it comes out of your mouth. Like, and then I surprise you because I feel or think differently, and then it's just now you in your feelings. Now you feel like I don't support you. Now, like, it's just... And, like, I'll give you an example. I was talking to this guy, and he had his kids took his kids out for breakfast, and this old white man came up to him and was like, wow, you don't really see black men with their kids out like that, and gave him a $20 or $25 for the breakfast. And he posted this shit on Facebook like he had a moment, like he was just a representative for black fathers. And I was like, my nigga, you doing what you're supposed to do. You're feeding your kids. Like, you don't get trophies for doing shit you're supposed to do. And I wasn't moved by it, and I didn't react the way he thought I would react. And it really made him feel some type of way. It really did. Like, I wasn't jumping for joy. I was, like, all woke and inspired by it. Like, I was unbothered by it, and that just really surprised him.
So your responses are where your downfalls are with men, not so much of your oddness.
It's just the way that my creative nerdiness has changed my mind and, like, the way I think and speak and feel. Okay. That hasn't translated well with.
Okay, I understand all that, but one thing I do want to say is I want to rebuke when you was like, when we be out with when the daddies be out with the daughters, because there be a lot of cougars, it's like paying for my little groceries, you know what I'm saying? I might have something, you know, because, man, we know it's what we supposed to do as daddies. You ain't got to say that shit and blast it out loud. Let these people keep thinking we special. You know what I'm saying? We want to have some special shit too. Right. When I'm out with my daughter, let this cougar pay for my little bananas and apples, yogurt. You know what I'm saying? Damn. But I agree with
making a post about it and feeling as if you're the spokesperson for black fathers. Like, it's not that big. That's what I was unbothered by. I'm not moved by that.
Okay. We agree to disagree. Daddies keep doing.
What was the question again? Give me the question again.
All right. So how do you feel about Childish Gambino having a white girlfriend after This Is America, and the stigma, the narrative of black women not loving black nerds?
Well, I mean, I truly believe Childish Gambino is truly attracted to white women, you know, so I have no problem with him and his white girlfriend, although he is, you know, he's woke and he's for black people. I don't see a problem with him, you know, having a white female. Now, if it was another rapper, Let's see. If I saw David Banner with a white woman, then I would maybe pissed. You know what I'm saying? but Childish Gambino, no, I have no problem with that because I believe even before he doing anything that he's doing, he attracted white women. You know what I'm saying? So just I have no problem with that. Now, the whole nerdy, weird thing. I hate, first of all, that black women are so stigmatized. Like, don't generalize me. You know what I'm saying? Please don't generalize me because I am probably not your average. I don't consider myself your average.
You shouldn't expect me to be.
I'm not the same. Like, I don't move.
They expect y'all to go. They expect y'all to go for like the tough guy, the thug.
Honestly, I'm not attracted to thugs. Like, I mean, let me take that back. I'm not like attracted on some I want to be in a relationship with a thug type of thing. Now I fuck with a thug like on some, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
you like your man to be assertive, but
right? Yeah, we can get, but like on a like future, like this is who I want my husband to be. No, I'm not. That's not for me. You know what I'm saying? That's not the direction I would see my life going in. You know what I'm saying? Like so. But as far as the nerdiness and the weirdness, I have no problem with it. I like for you to be you. You know what I'm saying? Right. And if I'm attracted to that, I'm attracted to it.
That's
you know
what
I'm
it's
saying?
about. You have to know who you are be comfortable and content in that.
Exactly. My fiance
come off confident, you gonna come off whack.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter if you're nerdy or not. I'm not fucking with you.
Like my fiance, I mean, I consider him nerdy in several different ways. I mean, he's still a regular nigga, but you know what I'm saying? Like, he's a super comic book nerd. He not no thug. You know what I'm saying? He don't try to act like he not soft or nothing, but he don't try to act like he from the street. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't consider him to be your average, or thug nigga or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I don't like to put it in the context of like good guy and thug. I like more to like put it in because I mean it's all in what you think is good or bad, and then you know what I'm saying. And they like some people may it's just all about where your eye view is on the person. I
mean, you're just attracted to what you're attracted to. I think people look like it's on an individual basis, and for them to make a general statement like that is ignorant. Right. You know, because it's just like all black women are not the same.
Now what my question pertains to is more of like a past tense. You know what I'm saying? Like more not of now, because I feel like we've all grown and we're all comfortable like in our skin, you know what I'm saying? Like we're all there, but like just growing up in like high school, that middle school, the way you still figuring yourself out, and like you can kind of feel it. Like I'm a little different, and people react differently than you react to like normal. You know what I'm saying? Like this is kind of the standard, and like I was just wondering, anybody feel that? You know what I'm saying? Because I guess the dude who wrote it felt it. You know what I'm saying? That obviously a bunch of other people felt it, and I just want to think, what was everybody's thoughts on that? Without general, because it's not a. I'm not trying to generalize when I say it. You know, it sounds generalized, but I'm not trying to generalize. It's almost like, what was your past experience? Like, because I think we all kind of grown out of it now. You know what I'm saying?
I think for me, I almost quit doing art when I was a teenager. Like, I just stopped doing art, just period, because I felt like it was real nerdy, and I was like, okay.
Y'all really think about that kind of stuff?
You draw anime?
They ain't. I thought that shit was gay. When I was
really?
So
men, I think that's a man thing. Y'all look at that kind of stuff.
Really? That's why I wanted to get the prospect, because I don't think women go, because niggas, and I didn't want to say this on. I was gonna wait to say it, because I'm gonna use some bad words. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Niggas will fuck anything. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Like we look at nerdy, however it comes. You know what I'm saying? Like But men have this thing where a lot of men don't know who they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially black men.
Especially black men. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what range you're gonna get when you're dealing with a black man and how well he knows himself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like so it's a one-sided question, and I always like to ask that to just make sure. But I'm not trying to make it like that's why. But if you don't, it's gonna sound like you just generalize like, well, this is a black women thing, and it's like, okay, if men, why do men feel like this? And that's why I want to take that conversation. Like, if you feel like that, why you feel like that, brother? You know what I'm saying? Like, why you had that angst? And I say with me, I quit singing in elementary school, which I sing all the fucking time now. But I quit singing in elementary school because, like, I thought it would put, like, this gay stigma on me. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
like,
I thought that's damaging. You know what I'm saying? That's how damaged black men are. That just proves that.
Which I regret. Like, I regret it so bad.
Like, y'all, it's crazy because y'all it's been fed in y'all mind so much that, oh, this look gay or this not hard or this not that. Right. You know, that it was like an obvious effect on y'all mentality. I didn't know that y'all thought like that, you know?
Yeah, from my perspective, growing up around that, like, man, it's because of the environment. Because then you got the people that's having the nice things, that got the better things that the girls are going to. So because you don't have, you feel like you don't fit in. So because you fall into your own little category, it's not really many people that you might be attracted to because, you know, they might not be, you know, the ones that, you know, that you have the same vibes with. So.
And I understand when women, like, if you say something like that, I can totally understand when women say, well, you just saying women only go for the main guy. And so I hear both sides because I clearly hear how that can be. Because that might, when he says that, y'all might not, that's never been y'all life. So it's like you speaking from your experience, you know what I'm saying, from that. Yeah. And I don't know, it's just such a hard conversation to have without sounding like you offending somebody. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it's like, I've just been trying to figure out a way to have these conversations within the black community. Like, why we were so fucked up when we was kids? Yeah. Like,
I think it's a combination of things. It's a combination of things. You know, the lack of confidence, you know, the lack of fathers, you know, father figures, the lack of positivity in black homes, you know, it's a number of things that pretty much shapes your mind, you know, but with unconsciously, you know what I'm saying?
Like these conventional ideals have been passed down for generations to where,
exactly,
like, especially with in the black community, like boys are raised to not really talk about or deal with their feelings. Yeah.
Right.
Like, even if you fall down, you need to get up, stop crying. Like, they're raised to understand that they
internalize everything, and you know, you can't you know show your emotion, you know, without being judged.
Exactly. Or if you do have something creative about you, you may be gay and people not understand it. And
right.
So yeah.
So I think that's what it is, you know, because I didn't know that y'all, you know, thought that deeply into it.
You gotta look. Go ahead.
But yeah, I was like, they gonna look at me. Oh, you draw anime? Nah, you ain't get no coochie.
I honestly like artistic guys. I like that kind of shit. Like whether you're involved in some type of art, whether it's art, painting, or you know, poetry, or that's the kind of, I don't know. That's what I like. So
like once I turned like 23, I was like, y'all actually like artistic, man?
I was gonna say,
but then I, like, when I started putting my stuff out, people from high school was like, oh, I didn't know you did art. They was like, now I turn them on. So I'm just like, okay, so I could have kept doing this.
Yeah.
I was like, okay.
I think that was just more a shift in our culture because, I mean, I think men, even we put it on ourselves. Like, we want to allow ourselves to be artistic. Like, we will see our fellow man, you know what I'm saying?
It's a testosterone.
Right. You know what I'm saying? We don't even know how to communicate, you know, to our fellow man that, man, hey, you can sing. Like, what are you doing, my nigga? Like, do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't encourage that. We encourage you to kind of be the same. And we grew up in that culture. You know, that's why I think you see a lot of black people, like, act out. Even if somebody loses religion, like, when you see, like, a black person change, you see they act out. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause it's almost like they broke out of what, and you find like a new way. And a lot of us just grow up, and it's a constant. I don't know what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I was just asking the question, like, did y'all ever experience that? But I don't know a lot of women who do. Just because the nature of men, like, men, we just gonna fuck anything, holler anything. Right. It's opportunity. If we have the opportunity to fuck, like, it's a good chance, you know, that we are, you know.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, that was a good question. I mean,
I mean to get sidetracked.
No, you definitely good because like I just hate when we're just. That's another that whole black women. It's a lot that I want to say about that, but this is not the podcast for that because I got a lot of shit to say about that. Like, yeah, that's that's something else. But yeah, man. So have y'all heard Royce on the 5'9" album?
I haven't heard it yet.
No.
It's good. I liked it. I liked it.
You liked it?
Yes. Like you guys should listen to it. Like if you have like some time to just listen to each and every track.
Yeah.
My favorite song was one with J. Cole.
Yeah. That shit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I like the video for it too.
Oh, see, I didn't even see the video. I gotta check that out.
Did he produce it?
Who?
Produced that video, didn't he?
Yeah, he played a big part. He played a big part in that. I think Cedric the Entertainer was in there.
Yeah, I like the story through it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was. I love people that can do that with music, man.
And that's
like,
what the whole album is. When you listen to the album, like you're gonna be like, wow, like he did a nice ass job with that album.
Fuck, man, that's so creative. I love people that can do that.
Who a better lyricist than Royce? Like,
who's better than Royce?
Yeah.
I mean,
Royce.
Royce.
I had to pick. I mean,
Royce. I don't know who's better.
So so before you ask that, so we go back to the question we posed on Instagram. You know, who's the better? What's the difference between a rapper and a lyricist? So I mean, we only had one answer. So my man from Reduce Lunch.
The difference between a lyricist and a rapper is a job and a lyricist is a skill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can go. It's a lyricist on Dun Ave right now who just raw as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a skilled. You know, shout out Steph Love, like Twan. Twan probably was my favorite lyricist. Period. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a skill. You know, and the rapper is. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying. Who's like a good rapper? Like, it's not a disrespectful like Jeezy. Yeah. He tell you, well, he's not a rapper, but he a rapper. You know what I'm saying? More like a drug dealer turned rapper, but he using rap as a hustle. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And people like Royce and them, they're lyrically so good that they happen to just be able to make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they lyrics are carrying them. Period.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
Like, so. Rapping is a job, lyrics is a skill.
And I feel the same way. Like, I wrote about this on my blog. It's worded a little different. It's the difference between rappers and the difference between rap and hip hop. But like you said, Fred, like I feel like with rap, you're dealing with a profession. You understand what sells. You understand what's trending, what's popular, what people like, and you kind of cater towards that. When you get into lyricists, you're like, you understand the responsibility that your words have.
Right,
And
exactly.
I feel like that's the biggest difference between the two crafts.
Right. Yeah. And that's what I feel like is people got to understand that words got power and at the end of the day. So what you say can have an effect on people's lives. No matter, what crowd it affects, it's affecting somebody. You know, whether positively or negatively, you know what I'm saying, whether or not they taking it to heart or not, subconsciously is affecting somebody. It's vibes.
That's just music, period.
Right, it's vibes,
whether it's conscious or
right,
thought out or whatever. Like,
that's why people gotta pay attention to what you even listen to, put into your mind, and if you're allowing it into your mind, filter it.
You gotta be careful with who you say you're a fan of because it's a reflection of you.
That's
I say with that.
I think so.
Not necessarily because I could listen to, some trap music right now. It's not gonna, affect me.
I listen to all kind of music.
What was your favorite Boosie song again? Could you tell us your favorite Bootsy song?
Yes. One of them is Beat It Up.
Okay.
The other
Case closed.
is Perfection.
Okay.
But I feel like, again, it's part of who I am. Like, I have that side to me.
But see, I don't even have that
That's
side.
not a bad thing, though.
It's not. That's why I own it.
I took that the wrong way then. I thought you was like saying like.
No.
Okay. Okay.
That's
All
just
right.
a part of Britney.
All right, I got it. Beat It Up by Bootsy. But I listen to some things that are like, I listen to a lot of romantic music. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of Kim. A lot of Kim music. I'm the most unromantic motherfucking.
And that says something about who you are. It says something about your personality. Like, you like it for a reason. So
the sound.
Yeah.
I guess. I feel you on that. It does.
Yeah. I'm on the same boat with Fred. More of an old soul, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not an old soul. I'm not an old soul. I'm not an old, but I like the certain old, like my gospel, 90s gospel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fred Hammond.
Yeah, you give me that sound. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a big fan of that sound. But even some of the, like a bunch of the new cats, like I like the. You know, so if I hear it and it sound good, I'm going to it. Like, no matter what.
No matter what, right?
It's just vibes, man.
Yeah. You know. But the old soul, I retired my old soul card. I did it because I'm a producer. I had to. Like I was like, I can't get. Like I have to keep. Because new instruments, new drums and shit. You know what I'm saying? That's like a professional decision to just say, all right.
Yeah.
You know, I gotta go. But I love some old shit.
Yeah.
Missy Jones.
Yeah, so I mean, y'all pretty much done covered the whole. I mean, y'all done said everything about rapping. I mean, and the lyricists. I mean,
so now I guess we can go
so
back to the question now.
Artists. I mean, I like Eminem. To me is a great lyricist. I feel like
definitely.
Eminem. I feel like he's a great storyteller.
He's up there.
He's so passionate. He's vulgar. He's passionate, but he's very detailed with his feelings and his use of figurative language is just like, it's on another level.
Yeah, it's on another level.
I love him on
like
No
a bachelor's degree
with,
level, right?
Big Sean, huh?
It's like a bachelor's degree level because like he's very good with words. I understand what you're saying. Like I understand why you would think he's very skilled. You know what I'm saying? But
I feel like I like how he delivers how he feels and thinks. I like his delivery. It's very melodic, like it's very poetic with his cadence.
Oh, his cadences, right? He has, Eminem has dope cadences.
Yeah. So how y'all like? Since we talking about conscious rap, are y'all fans of Common?
Very much.
Love Common.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Like
Yeah.
Common is a very lyrical rapper. I love the stories. Love the visuals. I love video. That's when videos back then again. You know, it was very, very on the map. I guess they had the platform, so his music was very, popping. I guess if you want to use a word.
What's the best era of Common?
Yeah.
What's your favorite Common era?
Or album or
album.
My favorite, like it's a toss up between like Water for Chocolate and B.
I think
I like B.
I like B. B would probably be mine.
I don't know. I love B and I love Finding Forever too. Finding Forever was it's so dope ass. Like I don't know. I might put that over B. Just me personally, but I love B too. Like not taking nothing away, but that Finding Forever was a classic to me.
Yeah, Finding Forever was like a more polished B, in my opinion. But B was just so new. That's one with the Testify.
Right.
Testify was on B.
Yeah. Testify was on B.
Yeah.
That shit's so hard.
Visuals,
God
damn. The visuals, dog.
Every song. Man.
That beat just.
I grew up on that. Anything Kanye touched, I was listening.
Anything,
Right.
Kanye.
Right.
So B will probably have to be mine.
Yeah. How about you, Brie?
I'm in agreement.
Yeah. Everybody like B then.
Yeah. B, you find it forever, but
yeah,
you know, Common been on that woke shit.
Oh yeah, for
Common been on that woke shit.
For,
you know, he knew to that. He knew to it.
I love when rappers can tell you something and you know through their rap, but it definitely still be you know something you can vibe to at the same time.
Yeah.
I still think
so
Common kind of underrated, to be honest with you.
Definitely.
I like his song. What is it? I think when I fell in love with her, and he's talking about hip hop the whole time.
Yeah,
talking about
right.
I used to love her.
I used to love her. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite Common records.
I just love that. That whole
that's a classic.
Yeah.
That's probably one of his most classic songs, right there. How he just flipped the story to that.
I just wanna be. Yeah, I love Common, man. Serena. Who else this motherfucker dated? That's
Erykah
Badu.
I wish they would have had a baby together.
He's like,
I like him.
I'm definitely jealous of Common's. Like he's living a life. Like he's dating.
Yeah.
Like every time I see
him and Angela are together.
Right. They ain't together no more, right?
No, I think they're still. They're not
for
real.
And but Common, that's his lifestyle. He dates you for a couple months, maybe a year or so.
Yeah,
I respect it.
No. I wonder what it is. Like,
it always seems like he the one getting broken. Like he make it seem, which is great by Common. I think it's a great skill he has by making it seem like they're leaving him. But I'm like, my nigga, you dating too many fire-ass women and like. You doing
it's
that,
him.
Nigga.
It's
yeah,
him.
You. Like it's Serena, nigga. Like this ain't.
I think
you know, Angela right now. It's you, my nigga. They
it's him.
Common.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I wonder what it is about him that.
We already.
I hope Common ain't shit, man.
Right? I hope it's not that. I hope it's not
please
that.
don't be no ain't shit nigga, baby. You perfect in my eyes right now, but please don't be that shit. He probably ain't shit for real.
Probably.
He come off as that
niggas
cool
like
ass
to mask
nigga
that shit.
Right.
Some niggas be hiding. That be the inner nigga in them. Like, you get comfortable, then you see that nigga come out of them.
But yeah, that's back to that testify, man. He again with the video how how Taraji, man.
Yeah.
You know that was back when right after during the baby boy era at the same time, so that's that platform,
timing.
yeah. So everybody was looking at videos back then. A lot of actors was in videos back then. So, I mean, it definitely gave it an extra platform and more people to view because people follow actors.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to hide it again.
Yeah, music videos. I mean, they popping now too, but of course, back when MTV and BET really actually played music videos.
Instead of
I think they're coming back. Honestly,
they just on certain channels, and
I just say they're online. Like they're on social media.
A lot of people, that's true.
You're not gonna see them on TV no more. That age is
that's true.
You get the video.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, you still got MTV jams.
Yeah, you got
MTV Soul and stuff like that. But as far as like TRL and 106 apart, those years are done.
Those are done.
So, just TV period though.
And it's like they're taking it to a whole nother level. Like some of these are like little mini movies, like just
exactly.
So
they're allowed so much more freedom by putting it online and stuff like that.
Right.
As far as time and everything, you could just do it yourself. You don't have to have them. BET to put your music out there.
Right.
You could do it yourself. Social media is like.
Right. Idiot to sign the
You'll be what? I'm trying to tell you, like.
Every time I see one of these little Jacksonville cats sign, like.
I just, Fred, you already know. I just be like.
The family doing that. The family need that check.
Yeah, the family. Exactly.
And these young niggas hit the road. They could get that $1 million in a year. Like,
exactly.
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 Someone with 300,000 followers signed to somebody. Somebody gonna pay you 10 racks to go perform.
For real.
Get on the fucking
But
road.
I told you, these niggas they just want the bag so bad. You know what I'm saying? They want to get to. They family. Now I'm trying to feed my family. I'm trying to feed my team, this, that, and the other. But bro, like you not making you're not bringing in no real money.
And black people, the rappers, like we under that. Like it's just. We had this. This is something I want y'all to. We don't have to talk about it now. This is something I want y'all to get into at some point. I have a hot take, and I'm gonna leave it here. We don't have to talk about this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I have a hot take that in the '80s and like not late '90s, but going into the '90s, that '80s rock, right? That white writers were more versatile than black writers. And that whole like when you go to '80s rock and even with R&B, and it's because when you come in with a group of people who all we sung about was heartbreak. Marriage, like either love, it was always on the emotional string. We never broke outside of that. Right. You know what I'm saying? If somebody broke outside of it, it was on some weird shit, like on some Khalid shit. Like you notice if it's like an artist who break outside of the norm of what black people go to in that writing process, they're like different. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they're not different, they black too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Right. Yeah. Like, Prince, exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's all the 80s. Well, I mean, Elton John, we could go down the list. All of these people, excellent writers. Right. So, like, I just want to hit people with that. Like, it's not a I think black people are more talented. Whitney Houston is more talented than Stevie Nicks. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not a debate. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about the subject matter. Right. You know, and the range of writing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That they were allowed to do. You know, so that was something. One time today, y'all talking about like writing and shit like that. Yeah, definitely. That's something I wanted to just hear explored. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. You already know.
I had a thought. Me and a friend was talking, and we was talking about how people think because you're a great singer, you're just automatically a great artist. And for me, like, you could be a great singer, but if you don't move me, then, you know.
Give me an example of a great singer who don't move.
Okay, for me, I don't like Jennifer Hudson. Like,
I get what you're saying because, Jennifer can sing, that's undeniable, but she doesn't make music that's, like, attractive like that. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't make attractive music. Yeah. We know she has the vocal ability, but she just don't make good music. You know what I'm saying? Like,
versus like Janet Jackson, like she can't really sing at all, but like if I hit Anytime Any Place, I'm moved to go do something. Yeah. So I mean, like it's all about, you know, feeling rather than talent to me.
I say, talent don't necessarily mean you have to be the best at, you know.
What is an example? Like, give me an example of talent in Amy Winehouse. What do you classify that under?
You know, I'm a huge fan of
that's a mix of both.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What do you classify that under more talent or
that's talent.
She's
talent or what?
Or feeling.
She give you a lot of feeling too.
Both. That's what I'm saying. Like,
some can give you both.
To me, if you're talented, you're able to give all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could just be an artist, and it's the difference between an artist and a talented artist. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Amy, she's undeniable. Like, you can't deny Amy. Straight up.
What about Whitney Houston? Does she, like, when she sings, does she move you or?
Absolutely.
Hell yes.
I can still hear, I have nothing, everything.
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
Yes.
Everything. To this day, it still make you feel like, damn, Whitney, you know what I'm saying?
I hate using Whitney as an example, too, because she was one of those artists, even though people and I don't want to get into that, because I don't want to get into do she write on shit or whatever.
I wish she did.
She's giving you the feeling of the words, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that means that's a lot. That means a lot.
She don't have to write to me.
Right.
She didn't have to, but just imagine if she did write her own.
If she did,
so much better.
Yeah, like as long as she was not on drugs, like
right, long as it was good, the shit they was
right.
good for was great.
Right, you know what I'm saying? But
so he match up to that.
Like Whitney, I'm okay. I'm satisfied with her. Like she ain't have to write nothing for me. Like just the way she delivered the songs.
Mm-hmm.
That's
right.
Them songs still got feeling to this day, and they like 20 plus years old. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
right.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's a feeling verse. Yeah, I'm think about that.
So do you get that in rap, or do hip hop?
What feeling versus like skill?
Talent.
Yeah.
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 I think
so.
I think it just started happening though.
Like, cause I can listen to like I mean, and I guess that's why most of these guys like Ray Shremmerd and people like that winning versus like Joe Budden or Royce the 5'9", cause like you going off of feeling versus like actual skill. Like I'm not finna like Nas ain't finna give me this give me this successful date tonight. I ain't finna get no play off of Illmatic, okay?
Right.
I don't finna cut off.
Find the right chick, you might not. I know that's rare, but shit.
Yeah, that is rare, but hey, if she likes some Ray Shremmerd or some Jacob, whatever, that's why I'm gonna play.
That's a new thing though. Like that feeling that came to rap, that's new. I think Kanye ushered not just him alone, but like he ushered that in with like Blueprint, because like with Jay, what really the Dynasty album, like, because Jay fit like that. You can document they was trying shit on the Dynasty, but Blueprint, they got that shit right. And Jay-Z whole shit just changed. Like it's like he went from one era to another, and you could feel him on Blueprint. Yeah. And that was the first album you could feel Jay-Z, and I think 444 is like all feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I never thought Jay-Z could put out a project that was just all feeling. You know what I mean? Like, and that means a lot from one of the best wordsmith, of all time. Like it's not even about a lot of times just what you're saying. It's like Jay-Z, when he raps, sometimes it sounds like he's having a conversation with you. But he's rapping like dead, rapping better than everybody who's ever rapped.
Right.
Flipping words, you know what I'm saying, and making it sound so simple.
Right.
You got a guy like a Lupe Fiasco who I love, but he's going to go the super long way to get you for the simplest point.
Right.
And the skill doesn't come from like even when she was like an Eminem, where you can just you're great at like finding a bunch of words that match. You know what I'm saying? But you even better when you can take that whole paragraph and get it to me in 2 sentences. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what Jay-Z
does. Mean in a couple
exactly. And that that's a good point. He definitely did that on 444.
Right.
He gave a lot of good information, but in a very minimalized, way.
Just like 2 minutes.
Right. But he got straight to the point, made the point, and that shit was like, on point. So 444 was definitely a deeper than rap type of album, you know what I'm saying? Like, but the shit was clean. It slid, you know what I'm saying? But he gave plenty of needed knowledge to, for the black community and all that kind of stuff. So, 444 is gonna forever be it's gonna forever be epic.
Right.
Yeah, I think that was super dope for him to do that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to dedicate basically his whole album to, the black community. You know?
Even his truth.
Yeah.
Just living his truth. It's cheating like shit we just all go through as males. Even the shit where he was having the documentaries, having niggas like just, explain their side of the shit. Like when Chris Paul was like his wife be like giving all these emotions, like she turned over. And just like putting him through hell. He's like, now I got to deal with all that shit. Now I got to deal with all that shit you going through, but I got to figure out how to deal with what the fuck I'm feeling like.
Right.
And in the midst of all that, we just don't, recognize all this shit. And I think with that, even Hove album, it just gave message like through my mistakes, like we can all
right,
you know what I'm saying?
overcome
we can all learn, right?
Yeah.
Like, why would you go through this and I'm telling you this what I went
exactly.
through, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
He putting everybody on game, and it's just like, hey, you got the blueprint right here.
Right.
Shit, this should have been the blueprint. You
Right,
know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because he
blueprint.
gave you the blueprint in 444. You know, and that was just for him to, that Jay-Z so fire, man.
Right.
God damn, he's undeniable.
That's what I feel like makes great artists, man. That rap about what's like really going on with them personally. Like
you gotta see growth
in their music,
like if you rapping about the same shit like for your whole career, it's just like
something
you ain't grow like something
right.
Like I know a lot of people's kind of like feeling some type of way about Magna Carta, about like I guess the content behind it, but I'm just like that was the type of time he was on. You know what I'm saying? Like Picasso, you saying about Picasso's because this nigga is like, you know,
he just on some art shit.
Yeah, like
but that shit was true though.
Yeah,
man, he realized he messed up on some investments.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the money is that's where the money at. He telling you, dropping the knowledge on you there. Like, man, y'all better be investing in this art. That's where that money at.
Yeah.
And that's where a lot of people moving their money. Like, you know, it ain't about that cash, that paper.
It's that collateral.
It's about that stuff you can't see.
Yeah.
That stuff you can pass down, it got worth and you ain't even got to touch it. Just sitting in the safe somewhere.
How y'all feel about Kendrick Lamar though? Like his whole
man, to me Kendrick Lamar has never made a bad album.
Never.
Right.
Like he's never made a bad album.
He really hasn't though.
I like all his concepts on each album, his visuals. I mean, for me, like he my favorite artist right now.
Really?
Yeah, I put him over J. Cole.
Okay.
I like Kendrick. I like Kendrick. To Pimp a Butterfly is is an all timer.
Yes.
He's an all-time artist, you know, and I would put I have a favorite artist, and I mean he's like probably my favorite artist, and I think the #1 artist out right now. I think Gambino, if we talking about right today, I think Gambino has like right now today, but I think whenever Kendrick just get back in this mode and drop something, he can just take over, you know, kind of the culture. So,
you know what I didn't understand is how, you know, you have people that say that KOD is for intelligent people. And but when To Pimp a Butterfly came out, people were saying that they didn't get it.
I don't understand how you didn't get it.
Man, wow, yeah.
But it's like I love To Pimp a Butterfly because, you know, again, I'm an old soul, so I like the jazz and the funk.
Yeah,
you know,
especially I love
the
that part of it. Yeah.
Like when George Clinton came out, I was like, bruh, this is the album.
Yeah.
This album of the year. If this don't get album of the year, which it didn't, then you know.
Macklemore got it with the.
So anyway,
right.
How you feel
That's
about
another
it,
story. You know.
About Kendrick?
Yeah, how you feel?
I really like Kendrick. I love his lyrics. I just love where his mind is. But also I love the fact that he's kind of tapping into movies. Like scoring Black Panther was such a good look.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Kendrick has been winning since he since he really just like really got going.
Right. I fuck with Kendrick. I've been fucking with Kendrick for a very long time, man.
I love
since Section 80.
Yeah,
Section 80. He been dropping knowledge for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's
been
doing it since he really like.
and like it just been even his like a lot of his music is just like a lot of everyday shit that people go through, but like he putting it in the music and making it so relatable, like. But I mean, it's just up to us to like really grasp on to what he talking about.
I love to see Kendrick perform. Like he's such a man. He's such. I gotta go to a Kendrick concert. Like they're just so like
lit.
They just lit as fuck, and they just he just put his all into that shit. Like he really mean everything that he's saying. He put like every inch of himself into his performances, and that's what gives him, you know, an edge about him. Yeah, because he's invested. Yeah. You know what I'm saying, in what he do.
I seen him one time. It was during the he was in Miami with Kanye when he was doing the Yeezus tour. And he was a good performer then, but the level of performing that he's doing now I would like to see that.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I don't know if the ticket's still available for the TDE tour.
Oh yeah.
Is it sold out?
No, I don't. I mean, you know, I don't think it's sold out.
Cause if it ain't, I might try to hit the Atlanta one. If it's...
Yeah, I would love that. I was looking into that too. I'm like, I would love to go to that. That's probably, I know that's gonna be a good show. The only thing about that, SZA, she can't. To me, when she sang live, I can't do her live. Now I listen to her record. You know what I'm saying?
I can't do female Rick James like that.
Like, she sucks live. I hate to say that. Like, I just saw footage of her, and I'm like, oh, I'm so disappointed.
Like, what is she trying to sing with, like, an accent or something like that? Because that turned me off.
I don't know what baby got going on, but she definitely need, like, a coach, a vocal coach or something. Like, she needs something up there on that stage because she ain't got it.
Brian killed me if I sit here slander SZA like that.
I love SZA. That's the thing. I love SZA, but like performance wise, nah. She nah. I ain't fucking with it.
Nah, I can't do SZA. Like next to like other than Kendrick, who do you think is like the best in the TDE camp?
I like Schoolboy Q.
I like J-Rock.
I like Ab-Soul.
Yeah, I like Ab-Soul.
I like Ab-Soul too. They got a good squad, to be honest with you.
Man, that whole little album he dropped, man, that jump was crazy, though.
Yeah, they got
it was
nice
so
squad.
Dark, but it was so like
what album was that Ab-Soul had? It had Pineal Gland and
I don't even remember that one.
I forgot, but yeah, that was my favorite album from him.
From
Ab-Soul.
He sound good though.
Yeah.
I like J-Rock.
I like J-Rock too.
Schoolboy. I like Schoolboy, probably my favorite.
I like
second favorite.
Yeah.
Man of the year. Y'all like the Tekashi 6ix9ine? I know it's like a wrench.
Oh wow.
The who?
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
I've never heard.
Oh yeah.
I didn't even listen to that, man.
The rainbow hair.
Nah.
Like that's some good workout music. It wouldn't be something that I just be listening to randomly, but
yeah,
if I want to go out and work out or something like that, that's what I listen to.
So Control System, that's what you was talking about. Your favorite album.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I haven't listened to that one. I gotta check that one out.
I guess we can get into a little bit of music news. See what's going on out here in these streets. I see Fab and Emily B back together.
I called that shit, I swear.
I never, dog.
I knew that shit was gonna happen, dog. I swear.
People love to, when it come to that, like, it's crazy to me. People love to hop on sides so quick when it comes to that abuse shit. Like, I never felt sorry for Emily B.
When the video first came out.
Yeah. Like, you know, people's like, oh my God. Nah, she been getting her ass beat. Like, why would I say, why would I feel sorry for someone who's choosing to stay in there?
That's what I
like, you got your own career.
Exactly.
Like, you got
years.
Exactly.
Right.
Like,
and to put it in the context, like, it's not even a playing victim thing, but it's like after a point, like, are we going to keep putting our energy into people who can't mentally, like, get out of a situation? You know what I'm saying?
She can. I think she just chooses to
right,
stay.
right. That's what
She's
they're right.
comfortable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? She comfortable.
So it's like, you know, we've all got to this point. You know, we wanted to help you or whatever. And I don't know the situation, but I guess, like, whatever, you back with it. So it's like, I can't put my energy into that no more. Like,
my thing is, people be so ready to cancel people without even, like, seeing, like, all sides of it. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the Bill Cosby shit, like, you know, it's just like, come on now, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's all we know
right. And the Fab and the Emblem shit, like, you got people who, like, you know, oh my God, Fab, you a woman, but you don't know what this girl did to him to make him hit her. Like, it ain't always, oh, he just hitting me. Nah, these hoes be out here trying niggas, like, you know, and it's just like
that conversation will never, like, unless you have to be the one to say that.
I'm not afraid to say. I don't care who feels what about it.
But it's like, but when you say it, like, I understand just the dynamic, you know, of human beings. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I'm the type of person where I understand it can go there. So if I already know, if I'm in a situation where it's like, oh, you gonna physically put your hands on me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna physically get me to a place to where you want me to act stupid.
Right.
So I can remove myself all the way, but I think but the other side never takes blame of, like, I stirred this situation. You know
right.
What I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. There's some women out there who was just getting their ass beat the fuck up for nothing.
For nothing,
you know
right? And those are the women you feel sorry for. But your Emily B's is just like, man, come on now.
Yo,
they probably be fighting each other.
Like, she be hitting him, they be beating each other up. You know what I'm saying? That's the dynamics of their relationship. So, you know, before you try to cancel somebody out, you got to look at every aspect of it. She is dumb. Like,
and to think she got, like, what, a 16, 17-year-old daughter?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Why would you feel sorry for her? She don't even feel sorry for herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Look at the whole Chris Brown and Rihanna situation. Like, I think she could have started something.
She did.
Yeah. But then look at what happened after that. Like, they were still hanging out after that.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, to me, I feel like, you know, Chris Brown just reacted as a human, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That was me. So I never, like, looked at him like, oh, you're a woman. I never scorned him like that because, you know, if you ain't hear about this in his past, like, past situations or whatever like that, you know this man ain't no woman beater. Right. You know what I'm saying? She the first woman that came out and got abused by him. So clearly it had to be some type of altercation, like, in some type of way. So I never, like, scorned him for that. Yeah, I mean,
I'm definitely like,
society hasn't either. I mean, talent trumps morals. People are still going to.
But you got some people, even with the R. Kelly, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, talent still you can't take away what he's contributed to music.
Right.
Regardless of how much of a pervert he is.
It was a question Fred asked on the last episode of Reduced Lunch. What will make you stop supporting an artist?
I mean,
like, it don't matter if they made good music or not.
When you say stop supporting, what do you mean?
Like you deleting their music all off your computer.
You're deleting their music, like you're canceling, exiting them out all the way.
You deleting them from your life forever.
I don't know.
I would say like if they did something unjustly to somebody, like that would be the only thing.
I say if you raped a little girl or some shit like that,
something like that, like
a hate crime.
It would have to be
listen to it different.
Yeah. Like I say, even with the Kanye situation, we haven't. I want to know y'all opinions on that, by the way. But go ahead. I want to know y'all opinions on that. I can't even elaborate until I.
Like the interview.
Slavery was a choice.
Oh man.
Okay, so I kind of understand what he was saying, but it was just how he said it. You know, slavery was a choice. You know, you had a choice to run away. Harriet Tubman made that choice. Nat Turner made that choice. You know, you had a choice to stay, or, you know, you had a choice to be like, you know, fuck you, massa, and die, you know. I mean, you always have a choice, but, like...
I get that, but... I get that part, you know, but my thing is the act of slavery is not a choice. You understand what I'm saying? Like, the people who put slavery, who the slave masters, that was, I mean, that wasn't a choice. Now, you had decisions you could make,
right?
You know, but I don't think the whole act of slavery was a choice for black people. White people chose to, you know what I'm saying, you know, enslave people.
Right.
But I think eventually we had to come to grips like, okay, there are ways to get out of this. But just the act of slavery, I don't think that's a choice. Yeah. No one chooses to become a slave. You know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing. You don't choose to become a slave. Now, whether, you know, what decisions you make to try to get out of this or to try to make some changes or whatever the case may be, those are your choices. But no one just chooses slavery.
Right.
To me, you don't choose. Like, and I had to use this example for somebody. Like, somebody get a rape victim. You don't choose to be raped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can sit up here and say neither of us have ever been raped and say, oh, you could have did this. You could have kicked him in the balls, or you could have poked his eye and then ran, or, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be. We could say what we could have done, but that the rape victim did not choose to be raped. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think in the context, Kanye was trying to say, like, he was like the important part, what he said was the 400 years part, because like even with the rape, now if a girl gets raped one time by a guy, that's not her fault. She didn't choose that. But if it's like the 39th time that she's got raped by this person.
Yeah, and I get that aspect of it. And you know what? Honestly, I don't even think slavery lasted no damn 400 years.
It wasn't.
To me, I don't think. I think that's just a number that somebody came up with. But slavery couldn't have lasted no 400 goddamn years. That is a long ass time. Ain't no way in hell slavery lasts that long.
Right.
That's where I was just like, with his comment, I'm like, I get what he's saying. You trying to say, I think he did not use the right words, but he was on the right track. It's just like he just did not say it right. You know what I'm saying? But the whole 400 years, I don't think we went through slavery in no 400 years.
Yeah, a lot of history is shaky. It wasn't like a lot of written, because that's a lot of written history is shaky. Like, we all been taught, you know, certain things. So it's like, I don't know. I just think the for him to say it, you know what I'm saying, to just get the conversation sparked, so we can, in the process of him saying that and us trying to break that down and figure out what he's saying, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's just the beauty of it. Like, we all get to talk about it now, because we wasn't talking about it before he did say it. Right. So now it's like, damn, like, since he didn't know how to put it in context, we get to put it in context and have future conversations. And I mean, he's gonna take hell for the stupid shit that he says on the surface, but it's like the conversations that come after that, you know what I'm saying, are like the purpose of why he's saying those things. You know what I'm saying? So
I just think the thing with Kanye is he has to be aware. He's so powerful that he has to choose wisely, really.
I think
and I know that's a lot of pressure, you know what I'm saying? But being that you're so powerful, saying something like slavery is a choice can really damage a lot of mentalities. And it's not his fault that people's minds aren't as strong or, you know, they're able to take that and form their own opinion of it. Some would just take it for how he said it. Oh, slavery was a choice. You know what? Slavery was no choice. And they don't really have no reason to back up, you know, or have their own individual thoughts about what he said.
I think that time and time again, Kanye West has proven that he is, like, irrational.
He is.
He really doesn't think things through prior to doing something or saying things.
And I get the whole free thinking thing, but he just doesn't. He don't do it at the right time.
He's condescending. Like, he's just a very complex individual. There's a lot of qualities and textures that are just all
I think he's crazy,
there.
honestly. and I mean, Kanye, I don't like to use the word crazy too lightly, but I do think he's a little, and it's not. The problem is partially is because he is a genius in a sense, and he's like, you know, his brain is on another level, but at the same time, his life circumstances and situations just don't give him the balance he needs. I think with his mother around, she really gave him that balance. I think with him just being out here with nobody that really like know Kanye and care for him, really love him the way his mom loved him, I think that's what has him like unbalanced.
I feel like he has a whole bunch of yes men around him.
Yes,
like, he
that's the exact same
thing. He doesn't
thing
have somebody to sit him aside and be like, hey, listen.
No, Kanye.
Like, you can't do that.
Right.
I mean, like, the closest he had or has is Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
But, you know, even Jay-Z don't want to deal with him no more. So,
and I think his arrogance plays in that too. I was talking to somebody. I said, you know, Kanye, he needs help, but his arrogance has pushed certain people away to the point where it's like they don't even want it. They love him from a distance type of thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not giving up on him, but I got to love you from a distance because you never going to get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I feel about him. And it sucks because he need real love around him. And I think he's like kind of making himself believe that he's on this love train thing, but he's trying to force that into his brain that these people around him really love him, but nobody ain't really keeping it real with Kanye.
Really, he's just in his own bubble. He's not really in touch with what's going on in the world. That's true. I know a lot of people say that they miss the old Kanye. I miss the old Kanye.
Yeah, everybody.
But you know, he was in a different tax bracket from college dropout to now. Like he's selling a lot of them Yeezys right now. So
and so, where them proceeds going? Right in his pocket, ain't it? He ain't donating nothing.
I mean, I think we all fell in love with Kanye because he is a free thinker. I think that's why everybody pretty much fell in love with who he is. So, you know, that's not uncommon for me. Like, that's a part of the reason why I like, you know, Kanye West, because he always did his own fucking thing. He don't, you know, he didn't care about what anybody else thinks. But I really think he should choose his words wisely, especially when it comes to shit like politics and, you know, race and stuff like that. You know, it's a sensitive subject, you know, and if you gon' say something about it, you know, that shit gotta like at least be transparent. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it complex for people to be like, what? Like, no, nigga, like, just make it transparent. If you're gonna make a point out of slavery being a choice, say exactly what you mean. You know what I'm saying about what about slavery is a choice. and that would have been that, you know, because I get the whole, you had options type of thing, but say exactly what you mean when it come to that, right? Because anything that's like blurry is gonna cause
it up to our interpretation, man.
Right, you got to be transparent when it comes to that type of stuff. You
gotta
know,
come with facts too, 100%.
Yeah,
because it can't leave a question.
You know, and just a statement like that, it can be almost insulting, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to ancestors and stuff like that. Because there are people, slaves, who fought back and all that shit, you know what I'm saying? Right. It wasn't just like niggas just, oh, Lord, we shackled up and we can't get nowhere. Nah, it was plenty of slaves that rebelled and did stuff like that, you know, and it's just like, you know, you can't say that it was a choice because these people made life decisions every fucking day. Probably every fucking hour of the day. You never know when you was gonna die as a slave. You know what I'm saying?
At the same time, you still had people that was praising, you know, Killmonger for doing, you know, saying that, you know, oh, I'm gonna die like my ancestors. But then when, you know, Kanye kind of say kind of similar, same thing, everybody's like, oh, you know, kind of taking a step back. It's kind of on the same level. I mean, granted, you know, on a, you know, definitely said in a different way.
I'm just like, that's a movie though. That's a movie. You know, I expect people to react that way because it's a movie, you know.
I mean, but it's a lot of knowledge in these movies.
It was knowledge, but it's still a movie. You know, people you know, movies make you emotional and shit like that. Like
Kanye, he's doing the moves, he's getting people like off of he's want to get people to like the point where he's like this stream of consciousness or this free thought thing he has going on, but I think even with all he's doing, even with him disassociating himself, he's losing the identity of just even the black community. He say he apologized, you know what I'm saying, let him down, and the only reason I understand what he's saying when he say that is because Donald Glover sees the same thing about it happening to him. That's why he deleted all his Twitter. Like, once the black community swallows you, like, your identity is black. And Donald, he's like, if so in the black culture, like, they want you to everything to line up. You ain't never seen that. You ain't never heard that. You don't listen to this. Right. Like, you can't be that black kid that's into all of the different things. You know what I'm saying? So like what he's doing, he's like, hey, I'm an asshole, I'm condescending like this, I'm gonna give you this free stream of thought, like I'm gonna fuck up, you know what I'm saying? And like I can appreciate it. Like I like that somebody who is like just so on a high level is like, fuck it, like I'm willing to lose everything. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm just willing to lose everything to get these ideas out. You know what I'm saying? And and of course, like a lot of shit he's saying is going to be hurtful to a certain demographic, but even what he was saying, like if you allow it, you know what I'm saying, like, or you can say, you know what's the conversation you trying to have, you know what I'm saying, what you trying to move forward with this, you know what I'm saying, because like
my only thing is with Kanye, okay, you want to create these conversations, but what are you doing in the community? Right. That's my thing. Saying. What are you doing? Because I'm not seeing you doing anything in the community. Right. You know, you talked about Obama not doing shit for Chicago, but what are you doing for Chicago? Chance came way after you, and he's done a lot more. Right. So it's just like, okay, you talking this talk, but what are you doing? Right. You know what I'm saying? In our community. Chance for president. You're not doing nothing in the black community. Like at all,
and I think he
that's the problem.
And he thinks his solution is getting with Trump, and then like trying
no.
That's it, but he's it's something new he's doing.
I mean, I get that you want to meet with Trump and try to build barrier, but Trump, that's not his mentality.
Yeah, you're right.
That's not Trump's mentality. Trump don't give a fuck about that.
You know, but Kanye's way of thinking, he's thinking like, okay, we can't do nothing about the past. Like, I can't even do nothing about you. That's my African. We can't do nothing about none of that. But this, he look at Trump and say, Trump, if you get 25% of the black people, you gonna blow this shit out of the water in 2020. Okay, just how these racist rednecks finessing. Okay, just how we need this. This is the tax break we need. This is what Chicago. This is what we need. I promise.
Right, Trump, and I get that. I get that.
It's like you'll get black people to think it's
But Trump is just he's being a cracker, and that's what's in him.
I don't think it's about that for real. What? I think it's a bigger picture. I think He is gonna try to do something with this political stuff. I think he's just trying. And I think because he see that it's an opportunity in it, like how in the world can somebody that has no political, no political, and now he's the president? Like, okay, well, man, let me try this now. So okay, I'm gonna take this platform. I'm gonna see what I can say to rile up everybody. Okay, well. If I can get some of these, like you said, get some of these crackers on my side, get a couple of them. That's exactly what Trump did. Look, this man, all he did to get there was lie the whole time. And now what he doing? Yeah. What the fuck he want to do? So now it's time for you to Kanye, what he doing? He playing the fucking game. And that's exactly what everybody need to do. Play the fucking game.
I don't know if that's what's happening.
I guarantee you, if you looked at that whole video, he said he was like it's a bigger picture, and I'm really taking that to how I really feel like this man is.
Well, I wish we could zoom into the future to see. Exactly.
Look, y'all remember on the war show, this man said he was gonna run in 2020. Now, I'm just saying.
You want Kanye as president?
I'm not saying that I want him as president.
I have a shot to win president.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I feel like that's his goal. I'm not saying that I'm gonna vote for him as president. I'm just saying. He's doing this. He's making moves to do something bigger. That's all.
Bigger like what though? What
I have no idea.
I think he's just showing people like the idea of like anybody literally can be president. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we get it. I mean, that's obvious though. But what?
But the only way to get to ideas is you have to communicate and you have to talk about it. Like that's the only way to get to them. And like Kanye, like. You start to realize that because you think about it, even with Hillary, like I was on the Hillary train. Like I ain't gonna even lie, like I've been on the Democrat train the whole time. But like I love the thing that Azealia Banks said. Like I love my racist. Like one thing going about West Nassau, like I ain't have to watch my back at all because they right there in your face. You know what I'm saying? And then it's not even the hate vibe you get from. Like damn, that's who you are. This is who I am. We not hiding from each other. You not in my face saying, "Oh, I understand the black struggle," and you at the house. Returning to yourself. Nah, you a redneck out here and you a redneck in the house.
Just be who you are.
Right.
So my whole thing, even seeing this, I'm just looking at it like, all right, man, go to the other side. Let's send somebody over there.
Right.
Let's see what he talking about. Let's see if we can finesse the system. That's all. That's all.
But ain't that what Steve Harvey did or tried to do?
But you see how black people. That's what I say. The black people, we don't react well to these things.
But my thing is, okay, bump our reaction. What is Trump doing?
Nobody even think it's about. Yeah. Nobody been able because Trump not gonna do nothing for black people.
That's what I'm saying.
It ain't about that.
If Kanye in there, like if Kanye get in
why
there,
is Kanye the spokesperson?
He don't have to be the spokesperson, but if he get there, introduce ideas and say these communities need money, like we need funds. You do this, Trump, you gonna get about 10-15% of this. Oh, really? That's all Trump. Oh, we guaranteed for 2020 landslide. If Trump can convince a little bit of the black community, like,
I don't think he can.
Money, they going to find out.
I don't think he can,
and that's fair. Like that's
because
fair.
Trump has did so much damage. It's people who voted for him turning on him. Mm-hmm. So I don't think I don't know the answers.
That's what I'm saying.
What can Trump do for you to get your vote?
Man, nothing, man. Cause he this man. First off,
what can Trump do to you to get your vote?
Nothing. He never had my vote in the first place.
Right. Thank you. What can he do for you, Fred?
What Trump can do for me to get my vote is set up like a type of program of it doesn't have to be a reparations like straight reparations program, but we get to
that's wishful thinking.
But you said what does he have to do to get my vote? Yeah. I've never seen a demo like them. They supposed to be on that side, right?
Have that
every time we bring this up to them, they act like that shit ain't
right.
Y'all United
Nations said this already.
Like his community needs a boost,
right?
You know what I'm saying?
They don't want to give it to us.
So like white people, okay, so what are y'all talking about? This understand? Okay. Well, we need this boost, Trump. Like, period. If you can get me this boost, I don't care what the fuck you said. Like, I'm not if with the R. Kelly, man, people as liars and they change every day. They had the fake moralities and things. They don't listen to R. Kelly, but they listen to Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's like, give me a break. Like, you can get me these funds. You got my vote. I'm probably not gonna end up voting. I mean, I'm gonna vote the small election shit, for the cities and shit. But for the president, if Trump is going up against whatever, is Hillary and Trump again? Like, Like, what am I gonna do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's that same thing. That
like, I like my racists in front of me. Like, Trump is in front of me. I can see him. You know what I'm saying? A Democrat can fuck up the country up and be kumbaya all the way while this bitch burning. You won't even know.
To me,
because America been fucked
I'm
up
not
all the while.
I'm not a party person.
Democrats make you feel good.
I don't vote based on parties. That's just me though. You know, I vote based on what you for, what you stand for, and all that type of stuff. So, the Democrat thing, I don't get into that. You know, the Republican thing, it's about who you are, what can you do, what you about. And that's how I weigh my options. It's not a party thing for me. Yeah. So, I mean,
for me, is certain things that I'm conservative about.
Right.
And there's certain things that I'm liberal about.
Right.
I mean,
absolutely.
You can't really put yourself into one party. You know, you have different beliefs in when it comes to different things.
Yeah.
So, for me, I mean, you might as well say I'm independent, or you know, I don't have a party at all. So,
what they call us liberals,
right? But yeah, I used to believe in that, you know, because I'm black. You know, I'm supposed to be a Democrat, but then it was like, okay, now I have different beliefs, so I really don't have a dog in a fight,
right?
You know.
Yeah. But see, and that's the crazy part. That's a part of generational stuff because people don't know about that stuff being raised.
Nowadays, they're more liberals than
I
don't think people are nowadays like in our generation and you know beyond our generation. I don't think people are on like this whole party train no more.
Right.
You know, I think that was our parents and our grandparents who were like you know heavy on that party train type of thing. But now you know it's so much. Like free thinking and you know so much more open mindedness that people you know what I'm saying they pretty much are for what they are and that's that it's not so much of a party type thing.
Exactly.
So I think that stigma is fading away to be honest with you.
Exactly.
And with it fading away, like I think Kanye is introducing the idea. It's just the idea of like we've always just lended Democrats the ear. Like, sometimes we complicate white people, and it could just be simply as, you know what, let me stop fighting you and let me just get this money right quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, not letting you up. Like, if you want me to own my own shit, if this, take away the welfare, take away that, give us real shit. Right. You know what I'm saying? Let's talk. We can talk about it. You can have this welfare. You can have these food stamps. You got all this shit. Right. Give us some real funding.
Right.
We'll trade. We will trade this shit in and give you this shit.
But see, that's that system they put us in.
Right. It's the system. And that's the thing.
That's what they want.
And that's the thing we trying to communicate with Trump. Like, it's... You get enough in there, you get it, you take it over. Like white people have learned that, like with neighborhoods. Yeah, like you get in there 2, 3 years, just take it over.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And like, when Kanye's like, I'm gonna change even the MAGA hat. I'm gonna take the power away from that.
Right. And you know what? And I like the concept. I like everything what you're saying, but I just don't think Trump is the president for that.
No.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't think he's that guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, whoever the next.
I just ain't no Trump person either. Like
I don't think, and I love that concept, and I love it. We do need more people on the inside to make things happen for us, but I just don't see Trump being the president to help make those things. You know what I'm saying? Come to fruition. That's just
all
me though.
Black people, we not gonna do Trump. I just think it should be like an independent where we just prove a point. Like we know you're not gonna win, we just gonna give you all the black votes. Like, and you will literally see it to be like third, 40, whatever, however much percent we make up of this fucking country. You will literally just see that, you know, just to make a point. Like it's going to be the same anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like nothing is going to change.
It don't matter.
But Trump is like the worst of the worst. So
he brings out the ugly.
He's the worst of the worst, for sure. But you know, I just think he's the wrong guy for that task. Maybe the next president, whoever they may be that person that can help break down those barriers.
Kanye, and I hope it's not Trump.
I highly doubt.
The Rock for president 2020.
Yes.
I see Chance doing that. I see Chance doing something like that, governor or something like that.
I don't want rappers running for presidency.
He on that political trip though.
Anyway, so
you think so?
Oh my gosh, you hate Chance.
He's a politician. I don't hate Chance.
He's on that trip right now. Though.
I'm sorry if I made fake as fuck seem like a negative thing. That's what politician is not fake as fuck. Like you have to be. Like,
he's on that train right now.
Right. I love Obama, but when he stepped in front of people, he has to be a certain way. Like behind that, what's up, dog? Like that's all Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like, Obama go to work, got to be fake as fuck in front of these white people. Like that's America. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't. It's a normal thing. And it's almost like till we take over thing. Like we can't expect like white people to see a video of black people get shot and they feel bad. No, that's like like we expect that happen when we call the police. You know, we expect this trend to keep going. So for us, we have to say, you know what, I ain't going. This is trash. I hate that this happening. We're gonna keep bringing awareness to it. But what's the future conversation after this? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like even with David Banner, even though he's super radical, like okay, so you gonna keep killing me, or I'm gonna kill you. Right. At some point, I'm gonna kill you. Right. So is that point now? You know what I'm saying? Like, are we just gonna keep being sad and praying? Right. You know, so like, you know, I'm not no radical motherfucker, by the way. Like I figure all this shit gonna plan out. The country is browning. It's gonna take some years for it to come out, but eventually it'll be enough people, niggas and women in power.
And I see exactly. I see that coming too. You know what I'm saying? It's just a matter of time. Right. Because after a while, like I always say that too. You know, all those old white folks, they gonna be dying, and their children and grandchildren are having brown kids and everything like that. So all all this racism shit gonna be fading away soon. I really see that happening. Like,
right. Even if the racism,
I ain't gonna say.
Away, the white supremacy.
Right, the supremacy is going to die.
Because if it's there,
racism is never going to die all the way out.
Police ain't killing niggas. You know what I'm saying? You can hate me all you want.
But white supremacy, that shit is fading out. Because I mean, America would be way too brown for that. You know, way too. You can't. You know.
Brown like a pie. Browning like a pie.
That's why you appreciate those people that, you know, do want to take those jobs on, that actually want to make a change. Right. You know, not just, you know, just taking on a job just for a career choice.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of them just there. And that's for the ones that ain't saying nothing or doing nothing.
Yeah, so.
Got to be that change.
Y'all saw those, y'all saw the picture of Uzi Vert and Young Thug.
Man,
oh my God.
I love 21 Savage comment.
Hey, well, he wasn't lying. He was like, y'all boys gay.
Y'all boys gay.
Yes.
But they are though. Like, come on, look at this shit,
too
man.
much, dog. They do it too much.
I mean, really,
but Young Thug been doing stuff like that, though.
I mean, they always been gay in my eyes, though, because it's like, ain't no way. Like, and I get the whole free, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but.
No, it's just way too.
No, y'all way too. Y'all call each other bae and all that kind of, that shit is not.
I'm just like, man, just come out the closet.
Just
man.
come out, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
ain't nothing wrong with, you know, I mean, you could be the first.
You gonna still have supporters.
Yeah. I mean, just come out.
I don't see why they hiding it you still gonna have fans. People still gonna think that shit cool.
You like Prince?
Nah, I say they a little bit.
No.
See, Prince, the thing about him, he was who he was, but he still had he was still masculine in a sense
Right.
He was just a super fly
Prince wasn't doing like that with no dudes though.
rock star, but these niggas is gay, man. This is something different.
He wasn't calling no dudes baby.
He wore eyeliner and
look at Uzi Vert, bro.
He ain't had no crazy piercings.
You ain't see Prince doing that with no other dude. Now Prince had all the hoes. You know what I'm saying? But these niggas know.
Exactly.
It's just like y'all got to come out at some point. He's sipping mimosas and shit, right? With his little purse on. Just so all the way.
You know, I like them young niggas, man. I like that energy. I like.
Man, them niggas gay.
Nah, them niggas gay, man. And which, you know, be you, but just come out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't got no problem with you.
I just think they influenced by the gay culture. Because men, all straight men copy gay people. Like, it just take like 10 years to do it. Like, with straight clothes and like, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it eventually makes its way to straight men. Like, you'll never see niggas.
But what about all the bae calling and all that?
And that's, like I say, Atlanta has such a gay culture that I think, like, even straight guys, like, that could, it's the culture.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? It'd be a culture thing. Because you're going to like
hell nah, man. That's gay culture.
What you because even somebody that's a thug, you know, they grew up in the hood or they grew up in the, they might not have been a thug. They might even, thug shit even running their bloodline. But, like, they are super thug just because they grew up and was taught to be that. And then, they only seen that. They got, like, 20 years old before they even got outside their own city. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that's how it could be. You just in that culture. Like, you love women. It's just like you might be flamboyant. You know what I'm saying? Because your culture is flamboyant. You know, like.
That's sad, man. that's pretty goddamn sad. Like, I feel like I want to keep my churn in a basement if that's what they gon' go out to the world to face. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's gangsta-licious in real life.
For real, like. Yeah, do you see that happening, Brittany, in school? Like,
no. Well, at my school they have to wear uniforms, so I don't really see it. But as far as the lingo, some of the boys do use some feminine, like,
really
slang.
Like, I feel like Bye Felicia is kind of a girl.
Yeah.
But some guys, some of the boys will use that.
I picked that up a lot too, especially like on social media. I know a few guys use like a lot of gay slang, and I'm just like,
a lot of gay slang. All slang is gay slang. Women stole slang, yaz, and I think gay people. Gay people are created these days.
I'm here for this. I'm like, okay.
Like everything stuff we're saying.
I ain't gonna lie, gay people they come up with the most lingo. Like, that's just like, if you ever just be around like some gay men or whatever like that. I have gay friends and they come up with all of lingo.
Right, they on some whole other. We using shit they were saying. You know what I'm saying? Years ago.
I love it, honestly.
Yeah. All I'm saying is, if y'all ever see me in a dress in 10 years, just take me out.
You ain't gonna be dressed.
Just take me out.
You just embrace what you have. You know what I'm saying? I think men are getting in that space to where they just embracing what they have and being okay with it. Like, things come.
I don't want my son to, no. I feel like be you, but yeah.
And I feel like that's where you like everything is cool, like all the individuality stuff is cool.
Right.
But when you start having an influence on the youth.
Right.
Like, that's where you, like, with the fingernail polish and like the.
Right.
The sling, like it's just.
It's changing.
It's mind altering. It's mind altering.
It is mind altering. And kids, it's not so much that it's wrong. It's that
it's forced.
Kids shouldn't be making these decisions.
Right. It's forced on them.
But it's a lot more other stuff that's doing that too. So I mean, it ain't just them two people doing,
I mean, we get that, but I'm just saying all of this stuff is being forced on the kids. I mean, at the end of the day, whether it's in TV or
that's still a choice
whatever,
at the end of the day.
Right.
Not to a child who's learning and they don't get it.
But
they don't know that. They don't know that. To us, it's a choice, but when they're growing, their minds are growing. They don't know.
If you're talking about 13,
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so of a boy, it would be 100% straight boy. You know what I'm saying? If he has any type of feeling to put fingernail polish on, like the feeling, if he sees and say that's cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember earrings was not cool, but I was on that shit early, my nigga. I was like, this shit gonna be cool. So with Jordan had like, ooh, I like this Jordan getting away with this one, and we can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's like, then you start, the Cam came with the big diamonds, and it was cool. They were earrings. You know what I'm saying? Like, that same conversation was about earrings, like, in the 90s, 80s or whatever it was. Like, you had a couple niggas who had
but it wasn't worn in like a feminine way though.
It was the studs. Like,
I didn't have a problem with the earring thing.
Even
but
vice versa.
But before then, they did. Like, we didn't, but the generation before, like, just how we have a problem with the fingernail polish, the generation before us had a problem. We don't.
But
see
you know what? Back
right
then, rock stars and stuff wore fingernail polish. I mean, so that's kind of like, that's not new. You know what I'm saying?
It's not new, but it's just what the kids are. You know what I'm saying? It's something they into.
And
you
even
know
like flipping it, like with Madonna, her daughter was going swimming, and she wanted to wear trunks and not
a shirt.
She wanted to wear boy trunks, and she allowed her to. And it's like, it was obviously it's a younger girl, so it's not like anything, you know. But still, it was just like, yeah, that's cool. But
the kid wanted to wear trunks.
Yeah, but you need to know a girl wanted to wear boy trunks
and it's like a top.
No, there's no top. It was just trunks.
Is this a kid? I mean, you gotta like.
It's a girl.
It's a girl, no doubt. But like, I'm a believer. See, my whole system is kind of just set up different because, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't look like I'm very in tune with like what the like LGBT community, like what they got going on, even with the transgender thing, like how they born and like even nothing. It's just like you see it. Like, I didn't see my cousin. One of my cousins.
but she's a girl, you know, and it's just
but it's from birth. It really be
she
from
can't.
birth.
She can't 5 years from now when she has full breasts. She can't. She doesn't have the option to just walk around in the pool with her shirt on.
She'll know that. She'll know that, and that's something she will like deal with. And I'm speaking more from because I know like they who deal with that. Even as we got homegirls who stood.
I mean, I know, I get that they want to. You know what I'm saying? I get that whole thing, but for a child's sake, until you're grown and you can make those decisions where if you want to take your shirt off at the pool, and there's consequences for that. When you get old enough to deal with that, then that. But as a child right now, we're going to set some rules. And then once you're able to make those free movements, because you are a child, have free thoughts, but at the same time, we're going to have some discipline here. Right. You know what I'm saying? But when you get to that decision making age where you can make your own decisions, do whatever.
I'll ask her, why does she want to wear the trunks? Like, I think I would be like, why?
It's not even that without a top. You know what I'm saying? It's just like.
Well, I would definitely get the top. Like, I think I would.
That was my point.
Right. Yeah. Like, without a shirt on, like.
I would get a top. But I would definitely ask, like, why do you want to have, like, what's going on? Like,
if you want to
be like the boys, you know what I'm saying? Like, you are not a boy, so it's in this society, different rules apply. Like, they want. But that's why you do have a lot of things like the slut walk and shit like that to take the stigma off that, like free the nipple and like with women breastfeeding in public. Like, they trying to take that stigma just off of like breasts, like titties, like nipples. Like we have them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we just try to. It's all about society, and it's happening without us even trying. Like, all this time subconsciously is breaking these stereotypes and all these things just down. It's breaking them down, and. Because when I hear stuff like that, I would literally, if I see like a 5-year-old like really want to dress like a boy, that would intrigue me. Because I'm like, you're not a boy, but like you like really anxious to do this. Like, what's going on? Yeah. And I would just monitor it. You know, so of course I would like, you're not just gonna go out here like you can't. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I would monitor that. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not controlling that. Like, you doing that by yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I grow this tree instead of like, okay, I want it to be this way, then you sprout when you get. Now I want you to sprout from here so I can recognize it. I can point you in the right directions. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't want you, if you gay, I'll be able to communicate me that when you 10.
Yeah, that's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? Like, I don't want you to get like 18 coming out like, no, like, because your kids commit suicide and like, what if they're just from holding that stuff in? So I don't know.
That's true.
I just look from a place like that, especially dealing with kids and just stuff they feeling. And just their different emotions, because they so emotional, man. They so small, and I don't know. Like, you right, they don't know. They don't know anything.
Yeah, and I'm all for allowing a child to be a child. Like, let their personality shine. You know, don't hinder them. But at the same time, there has to be some boundary set in your home. You're just not gonna let a child just come in and do whatever they want to do. You know, which I'm seeing that a lot of people are using this whole free thinking thing and letting children just do what they want to do, which there's no structure when you just allow a child to do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Be who you are, but you know, there's gonna be some discipline behind that, and you know, it's just a lot of stuff nowadays is just forced, you know, on kids too. So,
right.
So you know,
I feel you. Boy shorts. Boy shorts.
But yeah. So definitely we're gonna wrap it up, and we appreciate Reduced Lunch, Conservative P coming through, and Mr. Bricks, Freddie Bricks coming through.
Yeah.
It's always a pleasure. And we're gonna catch y'all next time.